Hey guys, this is maybe one of the last videos I'll make walking through this tiny house, this tiny shed, the cabin here that we built a couple years ago. We are calling it quits on tiny house living, and I'll explain why at the end of this video. But I want to give you one more walkthrough because everything is pretty much out of this cabin. And it's mostly empty, and I think you get a better appreciation for the size of it and kind of the layout of this cabin, this tiny house. So some improvements that we've made, I've painted the stairs in the front porch area here, and I'll take you on inside. I removed the Sharpie off the door, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch the first video. So this, if you remember, this was kind of like a desk area here. We're kind of packing things up, and this was like a desk area and a bookshelf area. And then we turn around here, and you see this is the living area. Shut the door behind me because it's cold outside. So this was the ladder that I built that leads up to the loft areas. So my wife and I slept up here in this loft, and there was also some storage way back. This loft goes, let me actually just take you up here. You can see how far back it goes. And that is an unfinished wall back there. But what we did is we put like outdoor RV rugs on here, and then put our mattress on top of that. And I just kind of closed in the ceiling above us and insulated it, and installed a window back there to give us some natural lighting to come in. Also in the dead of summer, that was nice to kind of open that up, and we put a window AC in that window. And then if I spin you around here, this is where our boys slept. We had a mattress on either side, and they loved it up there. Kind of gave them like a treehouse feel, and they liked looking out the window and stuff at night. And they would crawl around here. We put this chicken wire up because we had a toddler. He was maybe 3 or 4 at the time, really susceptible to falling off of that. So we put chicken wire across. It was kind of a cool way to keep him from falling through. And also toys and stuff would fall through. So I just installed a chicken wire up there, and that was a good way of, I built this railing right here and put the chicken wire up attached to that. The other improvement I did, I don't know if I've included this in the last video, was installing shelves all along the top here. If you can see, all along the top, all the way around, pretty much the whole perimeter of this cabin has these extended shelves that come out. And that's really necessary for living in a small environment like this, because we would put groceries and canned goods all up in here. And it's a little kitchen area, if you remember that. The fridge is gone, we've sold that. We have some open shelves here, cast iron sink, and everything's kind of like a full kitchen feature, except there's no cabinets. So what we did is I built, kind of see in this angle here, I built shelves up into, let me actually take you up here like this. You can see up into the rafters, there's shelves here, and then if you come over here in between these rafters, there's shelves there as well. And so I built those shelves in, and you can't really see them unless you're at that angle. If you come back over here, you can't really see the shelves. And what that allows us to do is put canned goods and other dry goods and stuff up into those shelves for storage purposes, because in this tiny house environment, you really lack a lot of storage space, especially when there was 4 of us living here. So if you remember, there used to be a couch here, and we have a TV mounted there on that wall. So things are starting to come apart and kind of get packed up now. But here's the bathroom. It's a full-size bathroom, and my apologies, I have the dehumidifier running in here. But you can see I put a full-size clawfoot tub. It's acrylic. It's not cast iron, it's acrylic, so it's really strong and durable, but also really light. And that was amazing for bathing boys. And that was one of the demands the wife made before we could move into a tiny house, was that she had a full-size tub. We had to accommodate that. But yeah, pretty much a full-size bathroom in terms of what the bathrooms. I mean, we wanted something full-size. We lived in an RV before this, and we hated having that small bathroom. So we wanted to just, basically we built this tiny house around the bathroom and having a full bathroom. And so everything else kind of came secondary to that. Yeah, and if you remember, this was a homeschool desk here, and we had books and stuff up on the shelves above that, kind of a little work area where the boys could do homeschooling and look out the windows and see the garden and everything else. So this is the last walkthrough, and I want to explain to you why we are no longer living in this tiny house. And let me take you outside, and I'll explain why out here. We loved living here in the woods and on this property, and it's a family member's property, and we did not pay any rent. We just paid some of the electric bill, but we also helped maintain some of the property, you know, mowing and doing projects around the property and things like that, cutting trees and stuff. Just pretty much just bartered for staying here on this property. Well, my wife and I had another son, so we have 3 boys now. And to be quite honest with you, maybe we're selling out, maybe we're too weak, I don't know. Maybe we're not in it for the long haul, but 430, I want to say, square feet was just too small for 5 humans and a cat and a dog. And so while we love it and we loved living in it and we enjoyed our time here and it was a financial blessing to us, we just have to increase our living space. And so we have officially sold this tiny cabin, this tiny house, and it is going to be moved off the property within the next couple months to someone else's property, and they will enjoy it just as much as we did. And that's really exciting to us, is that we put so much hard work and we have so many memories in this little space here, over a year and a half, I think it is, of living in this space, and so many memories, and these people will share in those memories, and that's really exciting to us and important to us. So guys, I really encourage you, if you want to get financially independent, or maybe you just want to get closer to your family, literally, but also emotionally, do something like this. I paid cash for it completely along the way, and we lived in it for a year and a half, and that was a huge blessing to us just in finances. And then also, it really drew us closer together as a family. So I highly encourage you to do this, and there's no better life than living out here in the woods and having the serenity of living out here, the peacefulness. It's just so quiet, and it's winter right now, so, you know, it's just, you just become, I don't know, closer to each other, closer to nature, closer to your creator, and you cannot go wrong by doing that. So highly encourage you to do it. If you have any questions, guys, be sure to comment below. I try to answer all your questions. Sometimes I don't have time, but I try to get to them. You see my garden is, it's winter right now, so my garden's looking a little dilapidated, but we are kind of tearing things down a little bit just because the property owner, you know, I'd like to leave it the way we found it, so I'm kind of dismantling things slowly but surely for them so that they can have their property back and it be in a state of where we found it and where we moved in. So, alright guys, thank you for watching. Be sure, if you don't mind, it really helps me out if you like and subscribe, or just comment and say that you appreciate you know, the updates and things like that. But if you have any questions, definitely ask them, okay? Like how we get hot water, you know, where does our sewage go? Where does our water come from? Things like that, you're welcome to ask, and I'm happy to answer, because if you want to try this, you can learn from our experiences, learn from our failures, and that's the best way, is not to reinvent the wheel, but learn from other people's experiences, okay? Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye.